and lighter than a chickpea. For a while it quivers precariously, small, spherical, and scared. How frightening it is to observe the earth below opening like a lonely lotus flower. Not that this will be the first time. It has made the journey before, ascending to the sky, descending to terra firma, and rising heavenwards again, and yet it still finds the fall terrifying. Remember that drop, inconsequential though it may be compared with the magnitude of the universe. Inside its miniature orb, it holds the secret of infinity, a story uniquely its own. When it finally musters the courage, it leaps into the ether. It is falling now. Fast. Faster. Gravity always helps. From a height of 3,080 feet it races down, only 3 minutes until it reaches the ground. Down below in Nineveh, the king walks through a double door and steps onto the terrace. Craning his head over the ornamented balustrade, he gazes at the opulence of the city, which spreads out before him as far as the eye can see. Manicured estates, splendid aqueducts, imposing temples, thriving orchards, charming public parks, verdant fields, and a royal menagerie where gazelles, deer, ostriches, leopards, lynxes, and lions are kept. The sight fills him with pride. He is particularly fond of the gardens, which are brimming with blooming trees and aromatic plants, almond, date, ebony, fir, fig, medlar, mulberry, olive, pear, plum, pomegranate, poplar, quince, rosewood, tamarisk, terebinth, walnut, willow. He does not just rule over the land and its people, but also the streams and their tributaries. Directing the River Tigris through an intricate network of canals, weirs, and dikes, storing water in cisterns and reservoirs, he and his forefathers have turned this region into a paradise. The king's name is Ashurbanipal. He has a well-trimmed curly beard, a broad sweep of a forehead over thick eyebrows, and dark, roundly arched eyes lined with black coal. He is attired in a pointed headdress studded with jewels that glow like distant stars each time the light strikes them. His robe, deep blue and woven of the finest linen, is embroidered with threads of gold and silver, and embellished with hundreds of shiny beads, gemstones, and amulets. On his left wrist he wears a bracelet with a flower motif for good luck and protection. He reigns over an empire so immense that they hail him as the Emperor of the 4 quarters of the world. Someday he will also be remembered and renowned as the librarian king, the educated monarch, the erudite ruler of Mesopotamia. Titles that will make people forget that, whilst he may have been highly learned and cultured, he was no less cruel than his predecessors. Tilting his head to the side to scan the cityscape, Ashurbanipal inhales. He does not immediately notice the storm brewing in the distance. The delightful fragrance emanating from the gardens and groves absorbs him. Slowly he raises his eyes towards the leaden sky. A shiver passes through his sturdy frame, and his thoughts are ambushed by stark warnings and sombre portents. Some soothsayers have predicted that Nineveh is fated to be attacked, sacked, and burned to the ground, even its stones borne away. This magnificent city will be wiped off the face of the earth, they said, and beseeched everyone to leave. The king has made sure these doom-mongers were silenced, ordering that their lips be sealed shut and sewn with catgut. But now a sense of foreboding tugs at his insides, like the pull of a river's undercurrent. What if the prophecies were to come true? Ashurbanipal shakes off the ominous feeling. Although he has enemies aplenty, including his own flesh-and-blood brother, there is no reason to worry. Nothing can destroy this glorious capital so long as the gods are on their side, and he has no doubt that the gods, however capricious and inconsistent in their dealings with mortals, will always come to Nineveh's defense. Meanwhile,